There are some conversations you spend years avoiding, even when you know deep down they're inevitable. The kind of words that live in silence, waiting, building pressure until the silence itself feels louder than any confession ever could. I thought I could outrun that moment forever. I was wrong. It started the summer I least expected. Back then, things had been simple. Ryan was my older brother, the boy who used to shove me playfully off the couch just to steal the best spot, the one who sat beside me on the school bus and teased me endlessly, then somehow made me laugh harder than anyone else. He was equal parts my protector and my biggest rival. Life with him was noisy, messy, and comforting in ways I didn't even understand until later. But years had passed. He'd been working abroad, chasing opportunities in cities I'd only seen in magazines. I'd been moving through my own life, college, jobs, relationships that never quite stuck. When our parents decided to take a long vacation last summer, the house fell into our care. Just us. For the first time in years. The night he came back, I opened the door to see him standing there. Ryan. Suitcase in one hand, exhaustion in his eyes, but that familiar smirk pulling at his mouth. He looked older, sharper somehow. "You look different," I said without thinking. He chuckled, shaking his head. "You don't." But we both knew I had. And so had he. The first few days were ordinary on the surface. Coffee in the mornings. Long stretches of quiet in the afternoons. We slipped into a rhythm so natural it was unsettling. The silence wasn't uncomfortable until it was. Until I noticed the way his eyes lingered a little too long. Until I caught myself noticing back. One afternoon, while digging through the hallway closet, I found an old photo album. Dusty, forgotten. Inside, there we were, two kids at the beach, carefree and sunburned, my arms looped around his shoulders as he carried me on his back. We looked invincible, untouchable. I stared at that picture longer than I should have. That night, when we sat on the couch to watch a movie, I couldn't shake it. His arm brushed mine. Something so small, so ordinary, but my chest tightened like it was anything but. "Weird being here again," Ryan said softly, eyes on the screen. "Yeah," I whispered. "Feels like we never left. But everything's different." The next day, I cooked lunch. Nothing special, just sandwiches and chips. But when I handed him a plate, he paused, holding it for a moment longer than necessary. His eyes softened. "I miss this," he said. "Being around you." My throat dried. I didn't answer. Couldn't. Then came the question. Simple words, spoken so casually I almost dropped my glass. "Do you ever wonder how different it could have been?" "Different how?" I asked carefully. "If we'd met another way," he said. My stomach tightened, and we both knew why. We didn't finish that conversation. We couldn't. But from then on, the silence grew louder. His shoulder brushed mine in the kitchen, and I froze. Passing each other in the hall felt like holding my breath. We never crossed the line, but we lived on the edge of it every single day. One evening, we played cards on the porch. I teased him when I won, and he laughed, shaking his head. "You've always been smarter than me. Or you're just a sore loser," I shot back. He smiled in that slow, quiet way. "Maybe. But you're the only one who makes me laugh like this." It wasn't about cards anymore. It never was. The next morning, he handed me a cup of coffee. "I had a dream," he said. His voice was steady, but his eyes betrayed him. We lived together. Just us. No past. No expectations. It felt peaceful. "Nice dream," I whispered, my heart pounding. That night, I sat on the balcony, staring at the stars, trying to calm the storm inside me. Ryan joined me, silent, close but not touching. After a long pause, he asked, "You ever wish you could forget how something feels?" I swallowed. "Every day." "I do too." He turned, and his eyes found mine. "I don't know how we got here." "I do," he said softly. "It was always there. We just never said it out loud." The words cracked something open. "So, what now?" I asked. "I don't know. I don't want to ruin anything." "Neither do I." But the silence that followed was unbearable. Later, as the days passed, I tried to create distance. To act normal. But it didn't last. One evening, he stood by the window, watching the sunset. When I joined him, he spoke without looking at me. "I keep thinking about what you said." "What do you mean?" "About us. I wonder if we're just pretending this isn't real." I didn't answer. Couldn't. He sat down beside me, our hands inches apart, and the air between us pulsed with everything unspoken. Finally, I reached out, barely brushing his fingers. Just a touch. He didn't move away. "I can't pretend this doesn't matter," I whispered. "It matters more than anything," he said. "But we can't. Not like this." The words tore through me. "I don't care if it's wrong," he added, voice raw. "It's the only thing that feels right." I pulled my hand back, heart hammering. We'd lose everything. Our family. Our peace. "You think I don't know that?" he shot back, standing abruptly. His voice wasn't angry, it was desperate. "Then why are we even talking about it?" "Because it's always been in the way," I whispered. That silence hurt worse than shouting. Finally, he broke it. His voice was soft again. "I don't want to lose you." "Me neither," I admitted. "But I don't know how much longer I can keep pretending." I looked at him then, really looked. My brother. My rival. My oldest friend. Maybe more. Maybe something I couldn't name without breaking everything we knew. "I need space," I said. He nodded slowly, his eyes locked on mine. "I get it. Just, don't walk away." That night, he found me again on the balcony. He sat down beside me, the moonlight catching the tired weight in his face. "I'm sorry," he said quietly, "for making this harder. It's not your fault. I don't want to hide anymore." Neither did I. I didn't know how this would end, or if it ever really could. But one thing was certain, we couldn't go back. Not after everything we had finally said out loud.